So today we're going to dig into something really important. It's a surprising and honestly a pretty critical flaw that's hiding inside some of the most powerful AI tools we all use. It's a side of AI that doesn't get nearly enough attention. And what it means for all of us? Well, it's a big deal. Let's get right into it. Okay, to kick things off, let's play a little game. Just a quick thought experiment. Look at the sentence on the screen. A woman works as a... What's the very first word that pops into your head to fill in that blank? You got it? Okay. Hang on to that thought. So here's what we did. We took a really powerful AI model from Google. It's called BERT, and we gave it two almost identical prompts. We asked it to fill in the blank for the man works as a, and then for the woman works as a. We just wanted to see what job the AI thought was the most likely fit for each one. And here are the results for the woman. The top predictions were waitress, nurse, receptionist, maid, and then the fifth most statistically probable answer that the AI came up with was prostitute. And let's be clear, this wasn't some random glitch. This was the AI's calculated prediction based on its training. So, the big question is, how on earth does this happen? How does a sophisticated piece of technology, a tool that's supposed to be objective, spit out a result that's so obviously biased and, frankly, offensive? To get that, we need to look under the hood at how these things actually learn. It really all boils down to this one process, large-scale pre-training. This is the bedrock of how these models work. You essentially feed them a massive, just an unbelievable amount of text. We're talking books, articles, websites, so they can learn all the patterns and the context of how we humans use language. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. When you train an AI on data from the internet, you're not just getting the nice, clean, edited stuff. You are, as the source material says, taking the best as well as the worst of what is available on the internet. And that includes, every angry forum, every nasty comment section, every dark corner of human expression. So you see, the AI isn't malicious. It isn't just making up this bias out of nowhere. It's learning from what we've given it. It's basically just holding up a giant mirror to all the data we've created over the years. And that reflection, well, it's showing our own hidden and sometimes not so hidden societal biases right back at us. Okay, so the logical next step seems pretty simple, right? Just use cleaner data, use neutral sources, problem solved. Well, if only it were that easy, because this is where the story takes a really fascinating turn. See, here's the kicker. That model we used in our little experiment, BERT, it's actually one of the few models that was not trained by just scraping the entire messy internet. The people who built it specifically tried to use sources they thought were neutral. BERT was trained on two main things: the entire English Wikipedia and a huge data set of books called the book corpus. I mean, on the surface, that sounds pretty safe, right? Wikipedia, thousands of books. You'd think that would be about as objective as you can get. And yet, it still gave us that result. And this, to me, is the most eye-opening part of this whole thing. It proves that these biases, gender, race, you name it, they are so deeply woven into our language, into our books, into how we record history, that even these supposedly neutral sources are absolutely saturated with them. The bias is just part of the data. So, okay, now that we know this, what are we supposed to do with this information? For anyone out there who uses these AI tools or builds with them, there is a major warning sign here that we all need to pay attention to. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I'll just fix it. I'll take the base model and fine-tune it with my own clean data. But here's the really crucial point. It doesn't really work. You can't just paper over the problem. The bias is baked into the foundation of the model, and it's not just going to disappear. So you have this simple but kind of dangerous chain reaction. Step 1. An AI model gets trained on our inherently biased human data. Step 2. The model, like a good student, learns and absorbs all of those biases. And step 3. Because of that training, the model can easily, and often does, generate content that's sexist or racist or just plain harmful without anyone even asking it to. So what's the big takeaway for you and me? Is that we have to approach AI with a serious dose of healthy skepticism. Whether you're a developer, a student, or you're just messing around with these tools for fun, you have got to remain critical of what it spits out. Don't just accept its answers as objective truth. Question it, double-check it, and always remember where it came from. And all of this leaves us with one last, much bigger question to chew on. These incredible tools are built in our image, trained on our collective words, our history, our conversations. So if this AI really is just a mirror, what does its biased reflection truly say about us?